I became her little sidekick. So, I went from being her desk mate to her secretary. Whatever stock she bought, I bought too. Whatever she invested in, I invested in too. Later, she asked me, Chen, after all these years, why have you still not confessed? I was stunned. Do not slander the career I love. To keep my secret from getting out, I promptly resigned. I went back to run my own company and hired a junior secretary. On my new secretary's first day, I saw Yanyan. She gave me a meaningful smile. Good morning, President Chen. Would you like some coffee? Oh no. This had gone spectacularly wrong. She probably knew the identity of the rival stealing her contracts. Yanyan had an archrival who was always stealing her contracts. She hated that person with a vengeance. That is right. I was the one stealing her contracts. On the surface, I was Yanyan's most capable secretary. Behind the scenes, I was the CEO of the company she saw as her rival. Since childhood, I had understood one truth: follow the right person, and you will never go hungry. When I was 15, I accidentally collided with Yanyan and passed out. Then I had a long dream about her. In that dream, ordinary Yanyan would become a renowned business tycoon, while I would just be chained to a computer, eating instant noodles as a corporate drone. My lifetime earnings would not even buy one bracelet on her wrist. When I woke up, Yanyan was praying anxiously, her eyes red. Please, Heaven, as long as you let him wake up, I will fail my final exams. My eyes turned red too. Why would she get to live the high life, while I could only eat instant noodles? It was not fair. Yanyan was clearly frightened. Doctor, please check his eyes again. His eyes are so red. She mocked me for having pink eye. I was furious. Tears dropped one by one from sheer anger. When our parents arrived, Yanyan's mother poked her forehead as she scolded her. Such a handsome young man, and you gave him a concussion. What if you damaged his brain? What will he do in the future? Her mother was sharp-tongued, just like her. During those days in the hospital, I made a huge decision. I would study hard, work my way up, and someday surpass Yanyan. We were both human. Same class, same teachers. Why could she do it when I could not? I told my dad, I want to study. My dad was thrilled, but tried hard to suppress it. Do not study yet. Get some proper rest first. You can study when you are better. Dad, please let me study. Studying will help me recover faster. A few hours later, forget it. I did not have to become a business tycoon like Yanyan. A minor tycoon would do. The next day, forget it. Some hardships are not worth enduring. Some fortunes are not worth making. A decent man may love money, but he must earn it honestly. But books held no path for me. On the third day, I was discharged. My dad searched everywhere. Chen, where are your books? How did you ruin them like this? Did you not say you were studying? Why did you draw little figures all over them? You little rascal. In 3 days, I figured something out. Chen was not cut out for studying, but I really wanted to be rich. It was driving me crazy. I had missed several days of class. When I returned to school, Yanyan guiltily tutored me. I forced myself to pay attention, but soon my mind wandered. A plan slowly took shape in my mind. I could be Yanyan's sidekick. As long as I stayed by his side, I would always get a piece of the pie. Yanyan was an excellent student. In my dream, she got into a very good university, then rose step by step. With my grades, I definitely could not get into that university, but I could apply through the art track and enter its fine arts program. Once I made up my mind, I could not help laughing. Yanyan paused. Then she asked hesitantly, did the doctor really say you could leave the hospital? What kind of question is that? I rolled my eyes at her. I am perfectly fine. I began practicing art relentlessly. I was not worried about academic classes. Yanyan had me covered. For all 3 years of high school, Yanyan was my free private tutor. Sometimes she got frustrated. You cannot even understand this. Were you even paying attention in class? Whose fault is that? You knocked my brain silly. I used to be so smart. Yanyan was half convinced. She had never known what I was like before, so she could not refute me. Still, she eventually gave in and patiently continued tutoring me. My dad offered to pay her for tutoring. She refused it, so dad had me bring her food and drinks instead. With all the food I brought her, she gradually changed from a slender girl into a lovely young woman. One day, I dreamed that Yanyan had become my nude model. It terrified me. How could I have a dream like that about a classmate? To prove I wasn't a pure, an innocent-minded person, I hastily enrolled in an intensive art program. It was a closed training camp. I did not see Yanyan for half a year. Even after the college entrance exams ended, I still did not run into her. I only found out which school she applied to, so I applied to that exact same school. After that, everything went smoothly. Yanyan and I became university classmates. Wherever she went, I shamelessly followed. When she visited professors, I served tea, poured water, and prepared snacks so they could chat comfortably. Then I sat nearby and listened with delight. Later on, because she excelled, Bai Yanyan worked on projects with her professors. I assisted them, prepared materials, and kept everything perfectly organized. In our junior year, Bai Yanyan applied for the university's startup fund to launch her own project. I went with her to meet a client. The client said, "Is this your secretary?" Bai Yanyan froze for a moment. Then she came to her senses and said, "Yes, he is my secretary." From then on, I became Bai Yanyan's secretary. I followed her as she built her business. Whatever stock she bought, I bought too. Whatever she invested in, I invested in it too. Later, I started my own company, going after the small contracts Bai Yanyan could not be bothered with. Over time, it slowly grew. It even became strong enough to compete with Bai Yanyan. And somehow, we became bitter rivals. By the time I realized it, Bai Yanyan already saw me as her #1 enemy. Every day, she cursed the boss of the other company through gritted teeth. It scared the life out of me. I always felt Bai Yanyan would eventually trace it back to me. I brought her coffee and carefully said, "President Bai, wins and losses are normal in business. Please do not take it to heart. Some coffee might lift your spirits." Bai Yanyan lifted the cup and took a sip. Her fingers tapped the desk absently now and then. "Do you know anyone at that company?" I panicked. How was I supposed to answer that? Everyone at that company worked for me. I shook my head and said solemnly, "No. What do you want to do?" "I will think of something." Bai Yanyan asked, "Their financial luck is booming. Is there a way to ruin it?" I thought about it. "How about I bribe someone to pour boiling water on their money tree?" Bai Yanyan looked up, utterly stunned. After a long pause, she said, "That could work." I was stunned too. When had her intelligence fallen to my level? "President Bai, are you serious? Can you find someone?" "I can." "Then go." After work, I returned to my own company. I boiled the kettle in the break room and poured it into the money tree's pot. Sorry, money tree. For the company. Rest in peace. Still, I was uneasy. I called my cousin and asked if she had been competing with Bai Yanyan for contracts. "Yes, cousin. When will you quit and come back to the company?" "Give it a little longer. If you do not want to work there anymore, come back. We do not have to pick up Bai Yanyan's leftovers anymore. We can compete with her fairly. You do not need to be an undercover spy." Got it. I would find the right moment to resign. I had planned to resign after Bai Yanyan went to gangcheng. But for some reason, Bai Yanyan never went to gangcheng. In my dream, she went to gangcheng right after graduation, where she rose to power in both legitimate and criminal circles. Now, she was a law-abiding citizen, a major taxpayer, and an esteemed young entrepreneur. Her principles were so upright. She was practically square. Her big business strategy was having me kill our rival's money tree. Not exactly sophisticated or impressive. After I watered the money tree, my cousin lost the contract to Bai Yanyan. Bai Yanyan was very pleased. She gave me a long look. "Looks like that trick works." My heart ached. If I had known money trees were so effective, I would have watered Bai Yanyan's instead. I messaged my cousin. "Buy another money tree. A big one. A good-looking one. A beautiful one." "Cousin, how did you know someone watered our money tree to death?" "Once I catch them, I will pour boiling water on them." "That is outrageous." My heart hurt even more. At the annual party, Bai Yanyan was riding high, glowing from head to toe. I was much simpler, like I had a gloomy death filter over me, radiating pure resentment. Bai Yanyan generously gave every employee a bonus. There was a live raffle, and the energy was through the roof. My company was holding its annual party too. I could only follow the updates in our group chat, sending over 100 cash gifts to liven up the chat. Out of nowhere, Bai Yanyan came over with a glass of red wine and asked what I was doing. I quickly put away my phone and said guiltily, "Just handling some work." A true professional never forgets to cultivate a hard-working image. Bai Yanyan smiled. "You have worked hard this year. Take a proper break tonight." Her smile was a little gentle. It felt strange, like a flea was crawling all over me, but I could not scratch the itch. It was maddeningly itchy. Just then, thousands of drones flew past the window, using the sky as their canvas. They formed one breathtaking image after another. At last, they displayed a message. "Chen Enterprises wishes every wonderful worker happiness, health, and every wish to come true." Wonderful. She was wishing me well. I applauded and cheered with the people downstairs. Then, as I clapped, something felt wrong. I stopped. Awkwardly, I looked at Bai Yanyan beside me. Her face had gone dark. Her jaw clenched again. "Chen Bo, any other way to ruin their business luck?" My jaw clenched hard too. "You damn bastard. Will you ever stop?" "Bai Yanyan." I gritted my teeth. "Replace their god of wealth statue with Ultraman." "That works." "Say that again." Someone dragged Bai Yanyan off for drinks. I opened my phone and saw my cousin's excited bragging. "Cousin, did you see it? Look, what is big picture thinking?" "This is big picture thinking." "What is real grandeur?" "This is real grandeur." Bai Yanyan only wished herself well, but we blessed every single customer. I helped you save face. "Oh, and I had someone sneak into the place where they are holding their banquet and add several extra dishes. They are all your favorites. Eat well. Eat her out of house and home. She sounded so proud, but my world had just ended. You might as well give Bai Yanyan my name and tell her I am the mole. There was no way I could stay at this company. I decided to resign as soon as I got my year-end bonus. Bai Yanyan got drunk. I drove her home, helped her inside, poured her a glass of plain water, then washed a towel and wiped her face. She sobered up considerably. Her hazy, drunken eyes opened, and she grabbed my wrist. Chen, have I treated you well all these years? Very well. I was a little scared. By television drama logic, this was usually when the spy got exposed. First comes the feint, then the killing blow. When exactly had she learned I was the mole? Was it when the food was served tonight? Had I exposed myself by eating too enthusiastically? She smiled faintly. Then, is there something you want to tell me? I stammered aloud, while 1,000 thoughts stampeded through my mind. You know everything. Then, what are you going to do? For the sake of all the years we have known each other, could you keep it private? You can curse me out in private, however you like. Please. How could I ever show my face in the industry if it went public? Bai Yanyan's face darkened. Were you planning to hide your feelings forever? If I had not asked, were you never going to confess? I was utterly stunned. Then relief surged through me. I had escaped disaster. She did not know I was her sworn rival. The problem was, she thought I liked her. How could she slander me like that? The one I loved was money. I raised my right hand, for fingers pressed together, and swore to heaven, President Bai, I swear, I have absolutely no romantic intentions toward you. If I do, then let me never make a fortune for the rest of my life. Bai Yanyan's brows and eyes drooped, and her face darkened further. She pressed her lips tightly together, wanting to speak, yet stopping herself, then wanting to speak again. At last, she forced out a few words through clenched teeth. Chen, well done. She looked terrifying. President Bai, get some rest. I will be going now. I ran. My left foot tangled with my right, and I nearly fell flat on my face. That night, I tossed and turned, unable to sleep. When I finally drifted off, I had a terrible dream. In it, Bai Yanyan became a beautiful snake enchantress. Her thick, long tail coiled beneath her, as she stared down at me from above. Money or me? Which one do you choose? Money. 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 I choose money. She got angry, her eyes turning red, her massive tail wrapped around me, and she snarled, I will ask you one more time. Money or me? Which do you choose? I choose money. Do not worry. Even if I had 100,000 times more courage, I would not dare have improper thoughts about you. The snake woman flew into a rage, opening her enormous jaws, and swallowed me whole. Inside her stomach, I heard her muffled voice. Now this is perfect. I choose you, and you choose money. That means I get you, and the money too. I woke up in terror, drenched in cold sweat. The next day, I found the right moment to hand in my resignation. Bai Yanyan looked at me. Her expression was dreadful. She lifted her eyes to mine, her gaze dark and deep. We have been together for 13 years. Yes, I gave a dry laugh. It has been a long time. If this is because of the things I said yesterday, I can take it back. You do not need to resign. If you do not want to see me, I can transfer you to a branch as general manager. There is no need. I have never worked at another company. I want to see what else is out there. It is not good to stay in one place forever. Bai Yanyan stared steadily at me. Her fingers squeezed the thin sheet of paper over and over. You are tired of being here? I suppose so. Mostly. I was afraid. My cover was about to be blown. Before that happened, I had to get out of there fast. I was a coward. I did not have the courage to face Bai Yanyan's fury. Give me time to think it over. A few days later, Bai Yanyan approved my request. I went to Human Resources to complete the paperwork. The Human Resources officer told me with a smile. President Bai specifically said, to give you your year-end bonus early, but you will still have to wait for your profit share. My face turned bright red. Bai Yanyan really was good to me. What a pity. I would not be able to make money with her anymore. When my cousin heard I had resigned, she was thrilled. She came to my place to celebrate. She said she was celebrating for me, but really, she had bought a pile of her favorite food and drinks, then camped out at my place. Cousin, let me stay here a few days. My mom's pressure to get married is unbearable. She is staying at my place now, watching me like a hawk to make me go on blind dates. I told her I was away on business. Let me hide at your place for a few days. Why do you not go on blind dates? Blind dates are so boring. Real love should begin with two people meeting naturally, then slowly developing feelings as they spend time together, until they naturally become a couple. Blind dates are far too forced. Cousin, why do you not date anyone? The first face that appeared in my mind was Bai Yanyan's. I shook my head. I am too busy. No time. For the past 13 years, I had spent all my time with Bai Yanyan. She had no time for romance, and I had no time to meet anyone new. Maybe it was better that we had parted ways. At least we would not hold each other back. At least I would not be forced to water my own company's money tree, and the god of wealth was safe too. The doorbell rang. I had my cousin answer it. She opened the door, then slammed it shut. I asked what was wrong. She looked terrified. Cousin, it is by Yanyan. You answer it. Let me hide. I just tampered with one of her company's deals, so I am a little nervous. What kind of nonsense was that? Was I not nervous too? I was terrified. I quickly tittied myself up and went to open the door, but no one was outside. My phone rang. I checked it and saw a message from Yanyan. When did you meet her? Is she the person from the company you said you knew? Is she the one who watered your money tree? Are you living together? I looked up and saw my cousin shirtless in baggy shorts. Why are you dressed like that in the middle of winter? Cousin, be reasonable. Does Guangcheng even have winter? It is 25 degrees today. No, put some clothes on. From now on, when there is a man in the house, you are not allowed to undress. Fine. I will get dressed. I stared at my phone, not knowing how to reply. If I replied, that is my cousin, Yanyan would definitely say, oh, so you and your cousin teamed up to steal my deal. Then my identity as the mole would be exposed. My hard-earned reputation would be ruined overnight if I did not reply. Fine, then I would not reply for now. The upside of an avoidant personality is that when trouble comes, I go around it. I tossed my phone aside. After taking some time to recover, I went back to work. Beautiful, neatly arranged money trees stood all over the office. My mood instantly brightened. Sitting in my spacious, bright office, I kept feeling something was missing. I was missing someone to make coffee. The executive office called and said they were screening secretaries for me, and one would start in a few days. I told them to hurry. For the next few days, I would make do with ordering my cousin around to keep staying at my place and escape her mother's marriage pressure. My cousin worked tirelessly at my beck and call. I was thrilled. No wonder everyone wants to be the boss. It really was wonderful. A few days later, the executive office said the new hire had arrived. They asked if I wanted to interview her myself. I told her to start work directly. You never know if someone is good until you try them. Chairman Mao was right. Practice is the sole test of truth. On my new secretary's first day, at the desk outside my office, I saw a very capable-looking young woman. Her head was lowered, but the swirl of hair at her crown looked familiar. She had a fresh, neat appearance. I was quite pleased. Once inside, I called her, telling her to bring me a cup of coffee. Certainly, President Chen. It was a low, breathy voice. Points deducted. Not professional enough. Too syrupy. When she brought in the coffee, I planned to reprimand her, so she would understand that an office was a place to work, and she needed to act more professionally. Even if she was putting on an act, it should be a professional one. Soon, there was a knock at the door. In a calm, businesslike voice, I said, "Come in." When she entered and set the coffee on my desk, I did not even lean closer. After so many years at Yanyan's side, I had mastered an air of authority. I glanced from the corner of my eye and saw a pair of clean, slender fingers. 1 point added to her first impression. The speech I had prepared was about to spill out when I looked up and met a familiar pair of eyes. Yanyan. She smiled warmly, her eyes brimming with mischief, as if saying, "Let us see how you explain this." Every word in my throat got stuck. Inside, I was in complete turmoil. Outside, I did not move a muscle. Yanyan said with a smile, "President Chen, why not have some coffee first and compose yourself?" I lifted the cup and took a sip. The coffee was bitter, but not as bitter as I felt. "What are you doing here? Working as my secretary?" "President Chen, you were my secretary for so many years. Now I will be your secretary for a few years. Returning favors is a traditional Chinese virtue. You know everything." "Not everything. Why do you not tell me?" My throat went dry. "Heaven, please send someone to save me." Just as I thought that, someone knocked. I immediately said, "Come in." Human resources came for my signature. A batch of new employees had recently been hired, and they were starting one after another. Some paperwork required my signature. When I saw Yanyan's name among them, my feelings became very complicated. Human resources. You people really are inhuman. Yanyan cleared her throat. I quickly signed the papers. "President Bai, are you really going to work at my company? What about your own company? My company is well established. If I leave for a while, nothing major will happen. Besides, if a company cannot function without its president, then your company should have gone bankrupt long ago." She was mocking me. Her tongue was as sharp as ever. I was about to say something, but she gave me no chance. "President Chen, I will get back to work. Call me if you need anything." She really went out and worked diligently. I studied her through the glass. She wore a simple, fresh college girl hairstyle and dressed much more youthfully. Without a president's imposing presence, she seemed more relaxed and carefree. No wonder she had seemed familiar. Yet I had not recognized her. Damn it, I should have recognized her even if she had turned to ashes. What was I supposed to do now? I was on edge all morning. At noon, Yanyan came in and asked sweetly, President Chen, what would you like to eat? I will get your lunch. I will eat out. I grabbed my jacket and left. This was terrifying. I did not want to spend another day in that office. My cousin did not dare show up at work either. The moment she entered the company and saw Yanyan, she turned right around and arranged herself a business trip. Cousin, we are doomed. How did she end up working at our company? How did human resources hire her? Cousin, I just asked. Human resources does not know her. They just saw that her resume was excellent, so they hired her. I am going to hide out somewhere. I am leaving this to you. Find a way to fire her. I had to admit, Yanyan really held a grudge. We only beat her on a few deals. Why could she not take a loss? I nearly ground my teeth to dust. I had wanted to hide behind her, but she actually shoved me out front. I immediately called my aunt. Annie, my cousin has not been on a business trip at all these past few days. She has been hiding at my place. Yes, I told her to go back and have a proper talk with you, but she would not listen. So she ran off. The company never assigned her a business trip. She ran off on vacation. After tattling on her, I felt completely refreshed. Now only one problem remained. Dealing with Yanyan. I needed to have a proper talk with her. But how? Forget it. I would think about it tomorrow. The next morning, when I woke up, I had not figured it out yesterday, so I would spend another day thinking about it. On the third day, I had already slacked off for 2 days. So, one more day could not hurt, right? 3 days later, Yanyan called me from the office. President Chen, are you coming to the office today? There are many backlogged documents requiring your signature. Let President Zhao sign them when he returns. Human Resources said President Zhao extended his business trip again. He probably will not be back until next month. I am out. He screwed me over again. President Chen, will you come in at noon? I see a very important document here. If you do not sign it, your arch-rival may snatch the deal away. Was that sarcasm? Yanyan, just you wait. Today, I am firing your passive-aggressive self. When I got to the office, Yanyan looked up at me with a bright smile. Good afternoon, President Chen. Fine. Yanyan, have I been good to you or not? Don't you know that better than anyone? I tapped her desk. Come to my office. Let's talk. She came into my office. I asked her to sit. I looked up at her, making my gaze sincere and earnest. Yanyan immediately cut me off. Just call me Bai. I am an employee at your company now. Just treat me as your secretary. Yanyan, I want to have a proper talk with you. You came to my company as a secretary. Is this because you are upset and want revenge? Back when I was your secretary, there were some small deals your side would not take, so I thought I would start a small company and handle them myself. I never expected it would grow this big by accident. I swear, I never leak company secrets. I swear on my money. I believe you. Yanyan was equally sincere. I trust your character. I came here to learn from your successful methods. Your company started later than ours, yet it developed faster. I came to learn from you. President Chen, you do not want me here, do you? It is not that. It is just. I hesitated awkwardly. I really did not want her to stay here, but I did not want her to think that. I hoped she would take the hint and back off on her own. That way, I could keep up my good guy image. She should not force me to show my dark, sleazy, despicable side. Before I could finish, Yanyan made a swift, decisive choice. Since President Chen agrees, I will stay indefinitely. I knew President Chen was so generous. Yanyan cleverly rose and left. At the door, she stopped again. Her bright eyes gleamed with gossip. Oh, right, President Chen. Did you and President Zhao have a fight? If you need to, you can talk to me. I think we are still friends. Thank you. I thanked her stiffly, but there is no need. He and I fight all the time. It is nothing. President Chen is indeed so generous. She seemed to be mocking me again. After work, when I got home, there was an envelope at my door. Frowning, I did not pick it up. Instead, I went home, put on gloves and a mask, got some alcohol. After disinfecting the envelope, I used disposable chopsticks to open it. Danger averted. It was not poison from a competitor. Ever since I used cheap tricks to kill 4 of my own money trees, I kept thinking others would use the same cheap tactics against me. When I opened it, there were several photographs inside. In them, my cousin was holding hands with a young man. Their expressions were so animated. The way they looked at each other was pure electricity. The young man was as handsome as a painting. My cousin was not worthy of him. But who had sent these? Yanyan's face popped into my mind, but I quickly shook the thought away. Yanyan was so upright, always open and above board. Even her business tactics were so unsophisticated. She would never secretly photograph someone. Still, these made it easy to blackmail my cousin. This young man is not bad. Your boyfriend want me to tell Annie that you are seeing someone, so she will stop setting you up on blind dates. My cousin replied instantly. Cousin, please, do not tell my mother. We have barely started. Do not let my mother find out. If she knows, she will pressure me to get married again. I will do anything for you. Please, then come back, and find a way to fire Bai Yanyan. That is easy. Just wait. She immediately told human resources to send in a mail. Office romances were forbidden, or one of the people involved had to resign. What kind of logic was that? Why did she think Bai Yanyan came here to find romance? Cousin, I know you are in a hurry, but do not rush. Several guys at the company have asked me about Bai Yanyan. Once she falls in love, I will use that as an excuse to fire her. No, I rejected it immediately. Why not? Do you know that's illegal? The freedom to date and marry is a basic civil right. No organization or person has the right to violate it. A company cannot fire employees for an office romance. Otherwise, it is against the law. You legal illiterate. She scratched her head. Then say her zodiac sign clashes with the company's fortune. Or say she did not like the boss's social media post. That is my cousin for you. Her intelligence was on my level. Or simply say she is too capable and wounded her boss's pride. Just as I thought she was insulting me, I suddenly froze. She was telling the truth. It was not even an insult. Then use that reason. Come back and get rid of her. Once it is done, I will give you a few more days off. You got it. Thanks. Cousin. My cousin returned. She had someone hand Bai Yanyan a termination notice. The stated reason really was she was too capable and had wounded her supervisor's fragile pride. I heard that day. The office was buzzing. Many people eagerly gathered to watch the rival company's president. For the first time, they met the rival boss, young and beautiful. Human resources told me several male co-workers deeply regretted it. They thought they should have made a move sooner. This might have been their closest chance to get near their rival company's president. What if they could have a sweet romance with Bai Yanyan? Even if they broke up, it would still be worth it. Just what I would expect from my employees. They certainly dream big. What a positive, optimistic mindset. I hid under my covers, too scared to go to work. Bai Yanyan smoothly completed the handover formalities. She sent me a message. Chen, you worked by my side for so many years. Do you really not have any courage at all? I felt a little ashamed. Sorry. I was the one who made her do it. I am the kind of person who says one thing and does another. Please, just cut me loose. You are going to be a big shot someday. My wish is modest. Just a few scraps of meat and a little broth would satisfy me. I just could not hide it from you forever. Let us leave it at that in this life. We can discuss it in the next one. Then you can be my secretary. I will eat the meat, and you can drink the soup. You can secretly start a company behind my back. You are smarter than me, so you should manage to hide it from me forever. Bai Yanyan, for the sake of how I followed you when we had nothing, let the past stay in the past. I wish you a brilliant future. You will surely achieve your dream. Bai Yanyan did not reply. My life returned to peace. I went back to work as usual. Sometimes I saw Bai Yanyan in the news. She said that, as a child, she dreamed of building a great company. She was still far from that goal, but she was working toward it step by step. I quietly turned off the news. I remember that my childhood dream was to have enough money to freely buy potato chips, spicy snack sticks, beef jerky, paint, brushes, drawing paper, clothes, shoes, bags, a phone, and a computer. People's dreams really are different. Some people are born to change the world. Some are born to drift through life and wait to die. I thought that was the end of my connection with Bai Yanyan. She could be the big tycoon, and I could be a small-time tycoon. But after one project meeting, Bai Yanyan beat up my cousin. I rushed to the hospital. Bai Yanyan stood outside the department. Her face was drawn, and her eyes were impatient. When she saw me, her eyes briefly lit up. But once she saw my angry expression, her face turned pale again. She grabbed me. Her pale lips gave a weak explanation. I saw her kissing a man in a car. That was why I could not stop myself from hitting her. So, what if she kissed him? What is the big deal? She is an adult. She can kiss whoever she wants. It is not as if she stole your boyfriend. Tell me the truth. Are you getting revenge? Did you deliberately hit her because you lost the contract? I was getting anxious. I would never find a better assistant than my cousin. If she beat my cousin badly enough to put her out of action, I would have to do all the grunt work myself. Bai Yanyan lowered her eyes, looking hurt and dejected. What if I told you she stole my boyfriend? My heart skipped a beat. I remembered that boy who looked as if he had stepped out of an oil painting. A guy that gorgeous would certainly look better beside Bai Yanyan. Love cannot be forced. You should try to let it go. I offered that feeble comfort, while my mind raced for a solution. How was my future brother-in-law connected to Bai Yanyan? And how could that not concern me? I had to investigate. I hoped my future brother-in-law's character would stand up to scrutiny. He had better not be playing both sides. But I did not have any connections for this. Later, I would have to search Baidu thoroughly. Xian Yu and Xiao Hongshu. Bai Yanyan raised her head, then suddenly gave a cold laugh. I am not as forgiving as you. You can smile and forgive someone even when they walk all over you. She turned and left. I was a little angry. At least come in and apologize to her. Bai Yanyan stopped. Her eyes reddened with anger. Chen, I hit her because of you. And this is how you treat me. Her voice was thick with disappointment. She glared at me, then strode away. She slammed the door shut, drowning out my words. Do not slander me. I did not tell you to hit my cousin. Today you dare to hit someone. Tomorrow, you will dare to kill someone. The day after that, you will be rotting in prison. Lose a fight, end up in the hospital. Win one, end up in jail. Do you understand? You are legally clueless too. Yanyan probably did not hear me. Dejected, I went in to see my cousin. My cousin clung tightly to her boyfriend, acting cute like a big bear. Beatty, promise me this. You will only love me for the rest of your life. I do not care if Yanyan, a cat demon, or a dog demon shows up. You cannot even glance at them. Alright, I will only look at you. I will not look at anyone else. I told you, I do not know her at all. Who knows what craziness possessed her to come out and hit you? Then kiss me. A kiss will make me heal faster. We are in a hospital. Kiss me, please. Her voice was unbearably sweet and drawn out. It would have been rude to listen any longer. I cleared my throat softly. They sprang apart. Blushing, they pretended to straighten their clothes. He stood up and said shyly, "Brother, you are here." His voice was as sweet as honey. His voice was impossibly sweet. He had not only completely won over my cousin, but somehow soothed my mood too, like a ray of sunlight breaking through clouds and bathing the earth. No wonder Yanyan had gone crazy over him. The moment my cousin saw me, she complained, "Cousin, what is wrong with Yanyan? She could not win the contract, so she hit me." Then she said I was immoral. How am I immoral? It must have been so hard being her secretary before. Good thing you came back. Otherwise, who knows how much you would have suffered. I paused. Suffered. Being with Yanyan had not been suffering. If anything, I was the one taking advantage of her. She had tutored me tirelessly. Whenever there was a problem I could not solve, she was more anxious than I was. She explained it from every angle until I understood. I went with her to meet those professors, though I patiently served tea and ran errands. Listening to them talk was an intellectual feast. Those years rapidly broadened my mind and understanding. Many ideas I later applied in my company had come from those professors. When we started a business together, she treated me well. She gave me a salary and equity. Everyone who started that business with her achieved financial freedom. She did not only look out for herself, she brought all of us along with her. If my company had not grown so fast that I could no longer hide it, I had actually considered spending my life with Yanyan. Yanyan is a good person. Maybe she just could not accept it right away. I looked meaningfully at my future brother-in-law. My cousin suddenly understood. That is true. If my most trusted secretary secretly started a company and stole my contracts, I could not accept that either. Cousin, we brought this on ourselves. We have to make it right. What natural-born workhorses we are. Why not blame Yanyan for being too possessive? I work for her. I did not sell myself to her. My cousin forgave Yanyan and eagerly wanted me gone, so I would not interfere with her playing the victim for her boyfriend. I stormed out. On my way home, I felt unsettled. Was the rift between Yanyan and me growing deeper? It was truly a shame. 13 years is not 13 days. I had nearly come to see her as family. Not long ago, my mother had asked me whether Yanyan and I would be on the same flight home for Lunar New Year. It looked like we would be taking separate flights this year. I bought some alcohol at the supermarket downstairs, planning to drink alone. As I carried it upstairs, a hand reached out and took the bottles from me. I turned and saw Yanyan. Her expression was cold. She said, "Why are you not drinking at a bar? How can you drink alone? If I get drunk, no one will take me home. I am just having a few drinks by myself." She glared at me, her face full of pity for my misfortune and anger at my lack of ambition, as though I was hopeless. I puffed out my chest. "What are you glaring at? This is not like when you used to tutor me. Now, I am your equal. You are a boss. And so am I." When we got to my place, Yanyan opened the shoe cabinet. She gave a cold laugh. "Which pair of slippers should I wear? You are not leaving? I am in a bad mood. Have a drink with me. Do not tell me you cannot even do that." Chen, not long ago, you told me I could stay at your company. Then you turned around and fired me. I have not even settled that score with you yet. I was still in the wrong. I took a new pair of slippers from another cabinet for Yanyan to change into. I set out the cold dishes and peanuts I had bought. She poured and set out the drinks, then went to the kitchen for chopsticks. She made herself completely at home. We sat on the sofa and drank. For once, we relaxed. Yanyan looked exhausted, her eyes concealing sorrow. "Chen, how did we end up like this? I wronged you. I only meant to make a little money on the side. Just earn a few scraps. I never expected. I am sorry. Let me toast you." I felt a little guilty. Yanyan drank without hesitation. After several rounds of drinks, the mood loosened up. We talked about childhood, college, then starting our business. We complained about classmates and professors, co-workers and clients. We talked happily for hours. We got carried away drinking. 9 bottles were empty. I lounged against the arm of the sofa. Yanyan shook me. "Chen, you are drunk." "I am not drunk. I am perfectly clear-headed. I can still drink. And you say you are not drunk. Do you remember what you used to say? You said you wanted a rich girlfriend, but look at the person you chose. She is promiscuous, awful, and broke. What do you even see in her? I worked myself to the bone making money, and you chose someone like that. You are drunk, and she does not even care. I may be drunk, but I heard that perfectly clearly. You cannot slander me. I do not have a girlfriend. Chen, am completely innocent. You cannot spread rumors about me to my mother. When I go home, I still have blind dates to go on. 8 or 10 of them. Right. So I am not the other woman either. Let us go on a blind date. Look at me. Can I be your girlfriend? Yanyan leaned close to my face. She was as beautiful as she had been in my dream. I smiled drunkenly. Yanyan, you did not turn into a beautiful snake today. Do not mention snakes. If you mention snakes now, my mind will wander. Every rebellious bone in my body creaked. I am going to mention them. Snakes, 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 snakes. Stop it. Be good, Chen. She sealed my lips with hers. Chen, then it is settled. I will be your girlfriend. When I woke the next day, my head felt groggy and heavy. I got up to boil some water. I heard movement in the kitchen. Yanyan was washing fruit in the kitchen. She was wearing my pajamas and an apron. She turned to look at me. A mouthful of water caught in my throat. My thoughts ran wild, but outwardly, I stood frozen. Yanyan, why are you wearing my pajamas? Yanyan's face darkened slightly. You threw up all over me yesterday. I am sorry. I was so used to being a corporate drone. My first response was actually to apologize. You threw up while I was confessing to you. Chen, you really know how to ruin the moment. This time, I really spat out my water. Yanyan, do not joke around. The fruit fell from her hand. She stood there all alone, her face desolate. I knew you would deny it. You said it yourself. I recorded it. She frantically searched for the recording. I was panicking too, afraid she would find it, yet afraid she would not. Just then, the door opened. My cousin and her boyfriend walked in. When my cousin saw Yanyan, she rubbed her eyes. Wait, did I come in the wrong way? Let me try entering again. She stepped back outside, shut the door, opened it, and came back in. She rubbed her eyes again, then screamed. Yanyan, beating me up was not fucking enough for you. You even came here to bully my cousin. I will kill you. She charged forward. Yanyan's face had been murderous, but she froze at the last part. I hurriedly pulled my cousin back. She did not bully me. I am fine. Look what she is wearing. And you say she did not bully you? A moment later, Yanyan was dressed in my cousin's clothes. The four of us sat on the sofa, staring at each other. So, you thought my cousin and I were dating. You thought she cheated on me, so you hit her. You thought I was your future brother-in-law's ex-girlfriend. We have been together for so many years. Did you not know whether there had ever been a man by my side? Yanyan asked. What do you do after work? I do not know either. I was only your secretary. So I got beaten up for nothing? My cousin cried. Not exactly. You had someone swap out my company's menu. And you had someone water the money tree at my company. I quietly raised my hand and chuckled sheepishly. I watered the money tree myself. My cousin slapped her forehead. You are taking her side over your own family. The corner of Yanyan's lips lifted slightly. My future brother-in-law tugged at my cousin. Since your cousin is fine, let us go. My cousin said pitifully. But I have nowhere to go. If I go home, my dad will definitely pressure me to get married. And my cousin has company here. I am practically homeless now. Come to my place, all right. Yanyan said. In the apartment, only Yanyan and I remained. Yanyan moved closer. Her warm breath brushed my ear. You do not have a girlfriend. So, why did you reject me? My thoughts were a tangled mess. Why? Yanyan pressed me relentlessly. If you do not like me either, why did you help me in high school? Why did you always bring me food? Why did you keep following me in college? You even came along when I met my advisor. Why have you not dated anyone all these years? Did you not want to find someone? Or was someone already in your heart? Why? When I confessed to you, did you think I was joking? Chen, why? Back in high school, Yanyan wore a spotless uniform. She always looked fresh and refined. It was hard to imagine her family was actually struggling. In my dream, her father was a gambling addict. Her mother was ill. Her life was full of hardship. Gradually, she came to believe only the strong survive. She would stop at nothing. As long as it made money, she would do anything. Later, she became a rising business tycoon with ties on both sides of the law. Though I never saw her ending in that dream. I doubted it ended well. But the dream was over. She was my deskmate, my classmate, my friend. She was a living, breathing person. I could not stand by and watch her sink deeper into the mud. Back then, she knocked me unconscious. The compensation cost her family several thousand yuan. It did not seem like much, but it was all her family had left. Yanyan lied to her mother, saying she had received a scholarship. She only took a little spending money. In truth, She survived on plain buns and water every day. She tutored me and ate dinner at my house. I brought her breakfast every day and treated her to lunch. At least I made sure she had enough to eat. Later, I left for training camp. Her mother fell ill. My mother found her a doctor, paid the medical bills, and cared for her mother. She also gave Yanyan money to get through that crisis. Her mother did not die young as she had in my dream. In college, I sought her out, making sure she ate 3 proper meals a day. It seemed I had actually helped Yanyan a great deal, but I had always believed that doing good without expecting repayment was a traditional virtue. I should not use my kindness to demand anything from her. Otherwise, that kindness would be tainted. Besides, I felt what we had was mutual. Without her, I would never have made it this far. I would not have devoted myself to painting, or gotten into a good university. I would not have met so many professors, listened to their conversations, or put their ideas into practice. And I certainly could not have avoided so many investment traps, then made a fortune, so I had no right to talk about who owed whom. We made each other better. We helped each other. Ours was an unshakable comradeship. That was why I never let myself think of us romantically. I always felt I had already shared some of my money with her. How could I take her for myself too? That would be going too far. My moral boundaries may be flexible, but I still have boundaries. Having my cake and eating it too would be a bit much, would it not? Yanyan, kindness and love are not the same. They are not. I know the difference. How can you prove it? I have been miserable these past few days. I was jealous, so I had someone follow you. When I saw you had been betrayed, I was both furious and glad at the same time. I was angry that you chose such a scumbag, and I was angry that you did not care at all about being betrayed. You were so forgiving. That means you did not love her. But if you did not love her, why were you with her? She took my hand and pressed it to her chest. My heart really hurts. Bo, if you really do not like me, then tell me yourself. If you say it, I can accept it. My heart pounded wildly, and even the hand on her chest was trembling. I could not say that I did not like Yanyan. Deep down, I was terrified to say those words. Did that mean I had liked her for a very long time? I was only afraid. I had shackled myself with morality, refusing to let myself think that way. Yanyan waited for my verdict. Her eyes lowered. Her lashes were long, and she looked as if she might shatter. My boundaries shattered right along with her. Fine. We knew each other so well. Maybe having my cake and eating it too was not so bad after all. Yanyan, do not regret this. You know, I am not easy to handle. A flash of joy crossed Yanyan's eyes. Tears glimmered at the corners of her eyes, but she forced out a smile. Chen Bo, you finally admitted it. I have been scared too. Scared that you only saw me as a tool. Scared that you did not like me. But I know you are a good person. You would never break my heart. I gently wiped away her tears and said with a smile, silly, how could I ever make you sad? From now on, we will face every day together. I will protect you, just as you have always protected me. We are no longer partners using each other. We are lovers who can rely on each other. Yanyan nodded, leaning against my shoulder. She whispered, Chen Bo, from now on, we will work hard together and become better together. No matter what hardships we face, we will never part. I held him tightly, my heart filled with warmth and resolve. At that moment, I finally understood. Love is not a burden. It is a source of strength. He made me braver and taught me to cherish the people beside me. Yanyan, thank you for helping me